Hi everybody, welcome to the Wednesday Buzz. Yeah, the Wednesday Buzz. Got lots of things to talk about today. Not just VanBuild. Let's talk VanBuild. Let's talk RTR. Let's talk cooking. Who's cooking? What's cooking? Oh, they're there. We're moving out of the desert. I'm dying here. Just getting my car hooked up. I had a great time last night, but it's going to be absolutely gorgeous tomorrow. Oops, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous tomorrow. And I want to go down by the river. And otherwise, I won't get to see it this trip. So, my car's so dirty. I have to do laundry, and I need to dump my tanks. And I would love to see the river. So rather than spend all the gas money to get over the hill over to the county campground, and I might as well just go see if they have an opening at the RV camp, at the RV place, right on the Colorado River. I can hook up to power and do my laundry, take a shower. I'm not going to be penny wise and dollar foolish, you know, when I could just go right here and spend the night and be hooked up to power. I can walk along the river anyway. I want to go down there. So we're leaving Shea Road. I am at the Blue Water RV park. Could have gone over the mountain or over the hill here, over to the La Paz County Campground. At the La Paz County Campground, which is not the fairgrounds, I repeat, not the fairgrounds for the upcoming RTR, okay? Oh, by the way, there is a boat launch right here. But if you were to go over the mountain, like you're headed to Havasu, you can go to the La Paz County Campground, and it is now $15 to dump your tanks. Last year it was $10. It's $15 this year to dump your tanks. And then you can also get a shower. It used to be $2 for a shower. They raised the price to $8. So it's $15 for dumping your tanks, $8 for taking a shower, and then the gas to get over that little mountain incline, which is, you know, it's depending on where you're coming from, it's a little drive. That's $23, 23 bucks, okay? And you never know if you're gonna get hot water over there or not. Yes, I've been there several times with no hot water. Now, I do know that Camper Van Kevin is just did a video. In fact, it came out today about his stay at the La Paz County Park, being $20 to camp, and that being a no-brainer. You save $3 if you just spend the night there. But that is still, again, dry camping.
Familiar, if you were here last year for the VanBuild, or you're familiar with the park, their showers have gone from $2 to $8, and their dump fees have gone from $10 to $15.
You just gotta know. You just gotta know what your priorities are, everybody. We're gonna finish our walk, and I'll be right back to tell you about the county fairgrounds where the RTR will be. It's starting to really storm. Well, it's starting to rain. I just crossed over the Nevada state line, and I'm sitting in the rest stop in my car, and you can hear the wind. Maybe not. But anyway, you can hear the traffic. So we'll close the window. You don't want to hear the traffic. So I said I would be right back and that we would talk about RTR. A lot of people are talking about the RTR, but let's talk about where it is. Okay, it is not at the La Paz County Campground, where I was talking about it earlier, and Kevin is staying. Camper Van Kevin, where he's staying. It is not at the La Paz County Campground, and where Camper Van Kevin went and talked about the showers and the dump station. No, it's not there. The La Paz Fairgrounds is in a different location. So I'm going to put up the directions from Quartzsite, right here, from Quartzsite to the La Paz County Campground. Okay. It's further than it is from Parker, of course, because it's in Parker. The map that shows you how far it is from Parker. Okay, so while I was trying to get maps and, because some people are under the impression that and have been mentioning on their videos that the RTR will be at the county park, the county campground. Well, it's not. I got a shadow on my face. It's not at the county campground, as I mentioned, and I showed you the maps. I'm going to put a better map up here that I just found, actually, while I was making this video and putting my facts together. And actually, before I did that, I called the campground. Not the campground. I called the fairgrounds because I had some questions. I asked about parking and if it costs for parking. So while I was speaking to the lady there, she said, no, there is no charge for parking. Now, I know that the Home on Wheels Alliance is asking for a $5 donation. And if you can't afford that donation, you don't have to give it. But again, if you watch the video, Suzanne made it very clear that the only one that was going to be able to sell anything would be Hawa, or I think Cheap RV Living, or Hawa, whatever. I think they're both the same though. At least they make it sound like they are, even though they say that they're not. So keeping that in mind, this is private property, okay? And I noticed that they said, when I did find a good map that I could show to you, I also went to the Hawa website, and Hawa asked you not to call the campground, not to call the fairgrounds with questions, that they will post it. So they only want you to hear what they have to say. They don't want you to hear what the fairgrounds, who owns the property, has to say. Okay? So keeping that in mind, you remember last year when I was rudely and aggressively approached, almost attacked by the lady in charge of Hawa, because I was taking video of the back of people's heads while Bob was selling his book on BLM land. Okay? Now, the point that I'm making is that BLM land, people cannot tell you that you can't video. BLM land, no one can tell you that you can't bring a camera in. They can't put, BLM land is BLM land. Okay? And you're not supposed to sell anything on BLM land without a permit. However, while I was talking to the representative, she did tell me that there is no charge for parking. And then I asked her, because I was reading about the fairgrounds itself, and the fairgrounds itself does have camping areas. Okay? But the lady at the fairgrounds told me that those camping areas are designated for vendors and those people that are renting or, using the fairground facilities for their event. Okay? Which means you probably aren't going to be able to take any video while you're there of anybody. Okay? This is going to be a money-making event for Hawa only, or any people that are presenting and their lectures. Okay, I mean, I've always respected those speakers, and I have not videotaped or taken video of any speaker that has asked not to be videoed at any RTR. Okay, while they were speaking. But this is still a public place. However, they can tell you that you cannot video anyone. So keep that in mind, YouTubers. If you plan on going, you're not going to be able to video anything probably. They haven't put it out yet, but I guarantee you you're not going to be able to video anything at that event. So beware. Okay? And no one can sell anything except for Hawa. Unless they have permission from Hawa to do so. So if you're a speaker and then you're selling your product, there's a possibility. But Suan made it very clear the only one selling anything at this RTR or WRTR would be Hawa. Okay? Like last year, Creativity RV Robin, she gave away 1,000 of her books at midnight. She told you at midnight if you went on the website you could get a free book. Okay, she didn't sell anything, but she gave it away, which was really cool on her part. Thanks, Robin. You're a number 1 lady. So keeping that in mind, okay, this is actually where the event is. It's at 72 and 95. 72 and 95 is where the fairgrounds are at. In one direction you go to Parker. When you're coming from Quartzsite, it's when you come to that T. And if you go to the left, you go to Parker. If you go to the right, you go to Bouse. And so I have the map up for you right here. There's a lot of things to take into consideration here. So this has now become a money-making event for Bob Wells and Hawa. Well, actually for Hawa now, because it's very confusing. Who knows who's... It's a money-making event for something and for maybe for the charity, but you're not seeing much charity, much gifts being given out. I mean, there's some, but you're not seeing a whole lot. And I have heard, mind you, that people who have filled out applications have been turned away, said that they didn't qualify. When you come to Jamie's VanBuild, everybody qualifies for one thing to be done. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. So, and then nobody's going to be camping with each other. These are all things to keep in mind. Hobotech is also going to be putting together telling anybody who is camped near him is welcome to come to his campfire. He's not making an event. He's not sponsoring an event. He's not, doing anything like that. He just is gonna be in the desert camping. Whoops. He's gonna be in the desert camping during the same time periods of RTR, and he just invites, if you want to come and sit at his campfire.
That means we're gonna have to do something else, because guess what? Just because the RTR is inaccessible to most of us now, doesn't mean we can't get together and hang out, because we still have the Big Ten event in Quartzsite. There's still plenty of BLM camping in Quartzsite. And I think most people are going to end up in Quartzsite anyway. Hint, hint. Because Scat and Wash is still available to loosely small groups of campers.
From your camp, wherever you are, you're more than welcome to join him. And I think maybe Sassnack. So keep that in mind. Okay, speaking of Sassnack, who's cooking? Everybody's cooking. I think Sassnack's cooking. Sassnack is cooking. He has a video out with his famous ribs recipe. So go check out Sassnack's channel and watch him cook. Who else is cooking? Saucy. Saucy's cooking. Yes, she is. Saucy's making an awesome looking Dutch apple pie. So if you go to Saucy's channel, you'll see her Dutch apple pie. And it doesn't necessarily have to be from scratch. So she's showing you a little bit from scratch and a little bit pre-made, because she's on a towboat. She is a towboat chef. Saucy, the towboat chef. And speaking of food and taste contests and so forth. You know what? When we were at Lollapalooza, we had, I think I mentioned before that Papa, Texas, had us participate in a taste test for hot sauce. I happened to be one of the people who was in that challenge or that taste test, and we had a surprise participant who was a solo participant, and it was Ranger Josh. So go to Papa Texas video and watch Ranger Josh. He's like a connoisseur. I'll give you a little picture here, but he's like a connoisseur of hot sauce. And he was so much fun. You gotta see the video. Really, go see the video. Papa Texas, see part 2, Ranger Josh tastes
I like that
heat.
green. I like that green a lot.
Taste
You can
the
taste the
heat.
green chilies. But I know if you do too much of that right there, that's going to alter tomorrow's plans.
I was going to the VanBuild. Did you? Yeah, you did, huh? You had fun at the VanBuild, huh? Did you have a good time? We wanted to say thank you to Jamie. We had a great time.
Traffic laws, be alert
Whoops.
and use voice commands while driving.
Okay. I want to say thanks for watching my channel, and I wanted to say thank you to Jamie because we had the best time at the VanBuild. We had so much fun, Danny and I. Yes, we did. We enjoyed it, and I wanted to thank the Dan van for fixing my power when it went out before the VanBuild even started, when I was at my camp 2 miles down the road. And I wanted to thank Badge for, although I wasn't supposed to say his name, but I wanted to thank Badge for fixing my stairs. I came there to the VanBuild without needing any work done, but when I arrived, I ended up needing to have my stairs fixed because I couldn't get them down, to go down. And I was using a stool, so Badge came and fixed them for me. And then I lost power when I was parked, before the VanBuild even started. I lost power. And I couldn't figure out, it was a loose fuse probably from going down that bumpy road. It was something to do with the fuse, and the Dan van came over and fixed it for me. It's great to have such good friends who think about you and will help you out. And that's what this community is all about. And this VanBuild is a great event. And thank you, Jamie, all the volunteers and all the people and everybody for making my 2019 VanBuild a positive experience. Hey, be safe out there. Be careful, be safe. I'll see you on the road. Safe travels from me and Danny. And watch for the next buzz. Please.